Flora, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be able to react to some of your requests today. This is And Team Road Not Taken. I'm so excited. I've been really getting into And Team with your guys' help. This was recommended to me by Azuna-115. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Where are you at now?
Ooh. Oh, okay. Interesting. The introduction, guys.
Find you in the darkness.
Ooh.
Do you feel the same?
Ooh, that introduction though. Ooh. Oh, that was cool. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Pretty. And the head voice, very pretty. Ooh, I like that little harmony in there. Ooh, that's a very nice pre-chorus. I like that dissonance at the end on Found. Such an interesting chorus. I'm not sure I would consider that like an anti-drop, but it's definitely not like what you're expecting. I love the difference between those two parts of Road Not Taken. Ooh. Oh, that was cool choreography. Oh, I like the light play here. Their choreography is always so interesting. Ooh. Ooh, that was cool. Ooh. That was so fun. Okay, from the very beginning, first let's talk about that introduction. I was like, the introduction was so nice with the whispering. I just felt like, especially like the ending, Find You in the Darkness. Ooh, I really, really liked that part. I think for this particular song, the reason that I enjoyed it so much is And Team is so good at the performance element, and I think they do a really good job about showing that in their MVs. And I think that this is a really good look, and I think other companies should look at this if they want to do a performance style MV. So what I see within the MV is, of course, you see a ton of choreography. So if you want to focus on the choreography, I think a performance MV is the way to go. But within that kind of element of performance envy, what they do is really important because of the way, if you're not going to do a storyline envy, you have to make it interesting. So first, in the choreography, there's so many different elements to it. It's not just the same thing over and over. While they do have some repetitive parts, especially in the chorus, there's different formations. There's different parts where it's like just a partnering. There's different parts where it's not all of the members. There were several times where they built up a formation, so someone was really high and the others were like low. The one part where dragging one person across the stage. There was one part where they like held someone up. And the rest of them were in the front. There was one time where they were like, I would consider like a mountain formation. So having those creative elements within that choreography to make it interesting so that, you can kind of move around it at any part and have a picture of some sort. I think that's really important. The second thing that they do is they play around with the lighting. So there was, especially during I wrote it down, the pre-chorus, there was so much light play with the shadows. So I think that was really, really important, especially with this song, like being Road Not Taken, because when you're in that particular part, when you focus on that, you see the shadows, it's a different element to it. Also, the third part, I think having two different backdrops, but the scenery was kind of the same. So it didn't, for me, like, it was one of those things where it showed them traveling, like, right, for the Road Not Taken. And fourth, I think that companies can learn from this by having high camera quality, okay? I think one of the reasons that and teams' performance style MVs are so successful is because the camera shots are just so good. The quality is insane. So I hope that other groups who want to do this kind of style would take notice of this kind of thing. And I see this in other groups as well that are bigger. I think that the bigger the group, I think the more that they understand how performance works. So I think if you have a smaller group and you want to do this kind of style, that's great, but you have to think about what you're going to do. And I've seen a lot of performance MVs recently, and that's why I'm like, please look at this as an example. Companies, like, please, like, this is so good. So I have to talk about from the very beginning, that introduction, sick. Absolutely loved it. And then they went into the first chorus, which I loved, especially with that choreography, the ha ha ha. And then throughout the entire song, what I really noticed is the difference between Road Not Taken. There were two differences. There was kind of a more strong version the first time, and then it went into the high voice with the Road Not Taken. I loved that difference. In verse 1, the harmony and the head voice, they used so much harmony throughout this song, and I really, really enjoyed that. The pre-chorus, I kept writing down lyrics because they kept being really intriguing. Found distance, hear you in the dark, and they found distance. I mean, light play with the shadows. They really kept like working with that pre-chorus a lot, and they really did a good job going with that pre-chorus into the chorus. It felt kind of like an anti-drop, but not really. I think it transitioned really nicely. And then verse 2, hear you in the dark harmony. That was really nice. I just think in general, with this song, and it didn't really have a bridge from what I listened to the first time. I'd have to listen again to double check, but it was more like chorus, verse. Well, it had the introduction with a little bit of like a secondary introduction. Then it was the chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, outro is what it seemed like to me. I just think that it was masterful the way that they did it, and I enjoyed this so very much. So tell me what you guys thought of this song. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part in this particular song? I think mine, again, is I loved the performance aspects throughout the entire song, and I really loved the Road Not Taken being different with the members who were singing it. I just thought that was such a nice way to like separate everything out, and it just worked so well going into the next part of the song. So tell me your thoughts down below. Don't forget that today's chart day, so if you want to see any songs that are out right now on our chart, make sure you head to our Google form down below and check that out, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.